Hi there, welcome AFI Movie Club. I'm Rick Rosenthal. I directed Bad Boys. I am also not only a graduate of AFI, I actually taught there for a number of years. And I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about behind the scenes of this particular sequence. I picked this sequence because it's a ballet between four elements. Sean Penn and Alan Ruck sitting there in the car watching outside Esai Morales' house. And I loved Alan Ruck's performance in here. He's so on edge.
Relax, Carl. It's gonna be all right. Okay.
That was character Paco's younger brother.
There they are.
And then as soon as Paco and his gang take off, we go on the move. I knew early on that I wanted this sequence to be very mobile, that we wanted to move a lot. Before Bad Boys, I had made a film called Halloween 2, and that had, pioneered to some degree the use of a POV camera that was then what was called a panic glide, but it was basically the Steadicam. And I felt when I read the script of Bad Boys that there are places where we are handheld. This is a crane shot here, but there's a lot of places where I really wanted to be able to use a Steadicam. And strangely, as it turned out, about 3 months before I started Bad Boys, there was a Steadicam seminar at the AFI. And there was a guy there who was teaching it named Ted Churchill. I went up after the seminar and I introduced myself and I said, look, I'm doing this film in Chicago. I want the camera to be really fluid. And so we started this incredible dialogue and a collaboration. And then we introduced the fourth element, which is the black gang showing up on the scene. This entire sequence is shot with only two lights, a 5K and a 10K. And then we strung these yellow lights that you see across the street for 4 blocks. It was pretty low light level. And, up until now, most scenes at night are shot with blue light. And I just sort of blue light's just not doing it for me. And the thing I like about yellow light is it creates a kind of jangly quality. It helped a lot by my relationship with my DP, Bruce Surtees. He was fantastic and also somebody who liked to take chances. I mean, would say to me, oh, there's nothing reading on my light meter. This will be great. All of the action is done by the actors. There isn't a stunt player in the whole film, with one exception right here. Originally, Sean Penn, he was driving and he buried his bumper into the rear bumper and he wasn't able to get the car around. So that's the only time we've had a stunt guy jump in. And now everything pretty much falls apart and nothing goes according to anyone's plans. This is Sean Penn driving, which I got to tell you really scared me when I was doing it. I was just like, are we sure that we're completely locked up so that nobody can get in, the way of this and get hurt? Sean had come in a reading in New York, and he had just given the most amazing audition. I mean, it was just fantastic. And EMI, which was the studio that financed the film, said, that's great, we like him, but we need him to do a screen test. And he said, look, I'm fine going on camera, but I don't want to do that scene again. I felt that there was a magic there that he didn't want to destroy. So I said, hey, Sean, have you got a monologue? And he said, oh yeah, sure. And so I just turned the camera on. It was staggeringly good. You were so hypnotized by his performance. You were so in the scene that it ends with him leaving, as a character leaving, saying vaya con Dios, and he walks out the door, and that's it. And I was like, wow, I mean, we have something really special. I will tell you one other funny little thing. Early on in the setup of the film, you're on the streets and you're craning up to Esai Morales in the window. But before you're craning up, there's this sort of hot chick that strolls across the sidewalk. That's Jamie Lee Curtis. So it's just funny how these things, these patterns and rhythms, they're intuitive and they're instinctual. And when you find people that you really work together well with, it becomes so much easier because you're getting such pure collaboration. There's no ego involved. It's really all about the best idea wins. And I think that's such a great way to make a movie.